Shruti, Shruti, vipratipanate. Shruti vipratipanate. Shruti vipratipanate. Shruti vipratipanate. Shruti vipratipanate. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Shruti vipratipanate. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Shruti vipratipanate. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Shruti vipratipanate. Yada sthasyati nishchala. Samadhavachala buddhihi. Tada yogam avapsyasi. Okay, whenever you see this yada, it's going to be followed by tada. This is called a relative correlative construction. This will be learned in chapter 13. It's one of the more intricate parts of Sanskrit. However, like anything, can be mastered. So, tada yogam avapsyasi. Then, tada means then, yogam, then yoga, this si reminds us of gachasi. That means you, that means something you. So we have to find out what is avapsya. Because if we do, then we know what the si is referring to. Avapsya is attain. So you will attain. This is also a future tense, which we will learn in the future. So second person, future, you will attain. Therefore, then you will attain yoga. Then let's analyze the rest of the words. Shruti. Shrutihi is heard, that which is heard by the rishis. That means scriptures, the Vedas scriptures specifically. Vipratipana. Repeat. Vipratipana. Vipratipana. Aham vipratipana. Aham asmi. Aham bhavami. Vipratipana tat naram. I am. Aham bhavami. Aham asmi. I am. Vipratipana. I am confused. Tat naram. About that man. Te, your. Remember the word tava, your? Tava and te are exactly the same. So you can choose which one is preferred. We need to know both. Te/tava, your. Yada, when. So whenever there's a yada, you will find a tada along with it. Yada tada. When this, then that. So when this happens, then you will attain yoga. Stasyati, stasyati. This is again future tense. Will remain. Remember sta tishtati, What's the root of tishtati? Sta. So what do? We take the root sta and we create a future tense and we say will remain, will stand. Nishchala, another common word in the scriptures, which is firm, unmoving, unmovable, concrete, solid, established. Samad, okay, now look at this word, samadhavachala. Does this bring any memories? Ava. Okay, bring up that table of sandhi. I ure, I au on the top. On the left, you got I ure, I o au. You connect au plus a. You remember this whole table. Au plus a equals ava. And there it is, ava. Therefore, samadhau. What is samadhi? Samadhi is samadhi. But then you got samadhau. That means, let's say locative. I know it sounds like narau, as in two men, but this is a different paradigm. Therefore, samadhau, if it ends with an au, it is a locative. So samadhau, in samadhi, achala is unmoving, solid, firm, similar to the word nishchala. Buddhi, remember this sandhi? Buddhis. Now you're saying, how do you put all this together into a sentence? In the perfect world, which I have done for us, just so we don't have to take extra time, it will be like this. We're here now. Yada, when te, your, buddhi, when your intellect, achalayam, so in other words, in unmoving samadhi. So when your intellect in unmoving samadhi remains firmly established, then you will attain yoga. Okay, when your intellect confounded, confused, distracted by the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, not the entire scriptures, but confounded by the first section of the Vedas, which is the Karma Kanda, which consists of rituals, those parts which are meant to get me to attain worldly ends. When your intellect is no longer distracted by rituals, and it remains, see the sti, gachati, he, she, or it. So what is the sti referring to? And it, the intellect, that means it remains where? It remains steady in samadhi, then you will attain yoga. Okay, looks like a big mess, doesn't it now? So the nicer translation, this is a direct translation, by the way. 111 will be story. You have to interpret the story, what it means. I gave you some pointers, some new words, and you just have to figure it out. Okay, you got two stories, the man and Krishna. Story 2, the dog and two sages. It's a short story. Oh, let me check out facial expressions. Any laughter, smiles. Okay, they're going, this sounds impossible. So it will be possible. I'll put you into groups of 3. And then long work. Okay, stage 1, you've done this last week. You're basically doing, not just gonna repeat a script, but you need to some thinking now. Stage 1, my name is, hopefully we know our name. Now, when you say what is your, if I'm speaking to Kelsey, I would say bhavatyaha nama Kim, or Kim bhavatyaha nama. If I'm pointing to Karthik, I'm going to say Kim bhavataha nama. So you have to careful with the language. Who are you? Now, if I'm saying to Karthik, who are you? I would say Kaha bhavan. If I'm speaking to Sangha, I will say ka bhavati. So we need to change according to the gender. Stage 2, we're going to count. And then we're going to say, what is the date today? Now you need to, of course, the date is 7th, so you need to go back. Okay, so 7 equals sapta. So you could say sapta tamaha. Stage 3, when you come up to here, this red section, you're going to get words, new verbs for the sake of speaking in real life. Like I come, I'm reading, I am writing, I am listening, I'm seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, remembering, forgetting. Excellent verbs to remember. But instead of just saying I am going here, you're not going to say aham gachami, okay, next. Aham agachami, okay, next. Aham patami. You're going to say aham gachami, so I go, and then you can do one of those cases: locative, dative, genitive, etc. For example, we have an example here. Aham gachami, which means I am going. Tava mitram, your friend. I am going to your friend pustakaya for the book. I'm going to your friend for the book. Aham patami, which means I read. Sanskritam, I read Sanskrit. Grame, in the village. Ramena saha, with Rama. Now notice the order. Aham, I, patami, read. Sanskritam, Sanskrit. Grame, in the village. Ramena saha, with Rama. Does that sound exactly like in English? Yes. Now, what have I told you so far? You need to stick to this rigid nominative accusative verb, right? No. You're now allowed to do exactly as in English. So why do I limit us initially? So that we can stay with a certain structure. Once you're finalized with that structure, then I will unlimit us, and then you can speak normally, like a normal human being. Okay, so when you speak, the order is exactly like in English.
It was great.
Very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, very enjoyable.
Lots
Okay.
of new vocab.
Lot of new words.
Wow. Okay.
So much to learn, Andre. So much.
We did have one question. There was an u that became a long u. Let me find the page.
Stage 1, 2, or 3.
Goodness.
Stage
It
3.
was,
Three.
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was number. Oh gosh, I need to zoom out. Maybe move
No,
on.
it was a page.
Stage 2.
Please go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe it was in stage 2 then. Yeah.
Maybe referring to a spelling mistake.
It was stage 2. Stage 2. Yeah, there. 13 and 14.
Aduna, 10 and 11, I think.
No,
No,
it's
no.
13 and 14. Adhuna. Adhuna became the short adhuna in 13 and long adhuna in 14.
Right. I remember this was a spelling mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Lesson 7, chapter 7. Okay. So we've done through this. Devanagari, we've done this. We've gone through this in my reference guide. This is all there. And the instruction was to simply write down for muscle memory. Same thing with this. And then we covered locative, done, vocative, done. And then we've done the paradigms. Nare, narayoho, nareshu. And then vocative is when you speak, O Rama. Now, here's the parsing. So number 5, all it's saying, this is page 73, is you just have to remember these mas, fem, en, nominative, accusative, so this means when we create our own dictionary, because the vocabulary is going to keep increasing, right? So when you write the word, for example, what does nara mean? Nara. Then you put in brackets in your dictionary, in your custom-made dictionary, you put masculine, or if you put, suppose you say naraha, masculine, sing, for single, nominative. this was nam, then you put ACC, accusative. Okay. Okay, why is this important? Again, for two reasons. One, in the dictionary, you're going to have these exact same terminologies. And second, it's going to help you remember through the course of time what each word belongs to. What case is this? So it's an instrumental, right?
Yes, instrumental,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so step one, we put inst.
Okay, that's the way you want. Right.
Okay, is this instrumental singular, dual, or plural?
Singular.
Okay, good. So we put sing. And is mrga, the stem, is mrga a neuter, masculine, or feminine?
Neuter.
Mrgaha. Mrgaha is masculine.
Continue.
Masculine, okay. Transliterated following. So what is this? R, and then what is this? She. This is what you, and then you go here. A, sa, na. A, you have to put these diacritics, by the way. A, sa, na. And then you go this. Aha, aham, gara. Okay, so you go like this. Aham, little dot, aham, gara.